This is book one of the We Love Ibiza comic book series, How It All Began. It's not really just a comic book because it's actually quite a big hardback coffee table book. If you look here, you can see how thick it is. It's 192 pages. It actually weighs quite a bit. It's about 1.5 kilos. It's been printed beautifully. Full colour, nice paper, thoroughly researched. This has actually been checked by a Ibiza historian. It starts millions of years ago when Ibiza rose from the ocean and goes through all the civilizations that left their footprints, such as the Phoenicians, the Carthaginians, the Romans, the Byzantines, the Vandals, the Moors. And it goes into things like the Spanish Inquisition, Civil War, First World War. And then once it gets to 1950, it becomes much more detailed. So you see those first few pages there. It's probably about, actually don't know how many pages it is, but that's all the ancient history. And then from 1950 onwards, it's more detailed, and it starts to include a lot of research from different books. So it goes into like myths and legends, which I got from reading Maria Planell's book, Witches. This is the Odysseus story. These are actually my friends. I use my friends' faces to draw these people. And, it goes into traditions, how people got married, Easter, funerals. It's like it covers a lot of information. Here's like this is all about the early days of San Antonio, which actually I got from Pepe Rezeo's book, Pepe Rezeo from Space. Very good book. This is still San Antonio. The Argonauts, who were like the first tour operators. They were French, and the French girls would wear really short shorts, and actually the locals would call the police. This is Ariel Maspons, a very famous Spanish photographer who really thought outside the box, and this is the first bikini photographed in Ibiza in 1953. And actually interviewed Ariel's son, Alex. So, it's got interviews from real people, photos from a book by Martin Davies. And they go into like the beginnings of Anita's Bar and Bar Costa, Las Talias. So I also interviewed Juanito, who is the son of Juan Marie, who started Las Dalias. So you can see it really covers everything. We've got the Blackstads in there. We've got Yordis' family, Yordis who created Ibiza Formentera book. And, like we're going to the 60s, we've got the hippies, the artists. This is the tamest of all the books. This sets the scene. Like, there's the building of the egg. Anthony Hormigo made the egg. Anthony Pomar, very famous local artist. We go into the bar scene, This was, El Cotto was the only guitar bar. You needed a license back then. So you could get a license for a piano bar. It's very hard to get a license for a guitar bar. This was famous bar in Santa Eulalia called Sandy's, where this is actually Terry Thomas and Nigel Davenport. They were very famous Hollywood actors at the time. And it was joked that Sandy had a hotline to Hollywood because half of Hollywood hung out in his bar. This is Pepe Rezeo's first club, Playboy. Back then, you couldn't see the DJ back then because actually importing foreign records was really expensive. So a lot of the records that the clubs had and the bars had were actually illegal. So they used to hide the DJ away to protect their record collection. And, it goes into Ibiza town. I got all these stories from a really good book by Ben Kingsley. And back then, everybody was just known by their first name. And then they're sort of given nicknames based on what they did or who they were. And it goes into the beats. I interviewed Clive Crocker. He opened the first jazz bar. Damien Renwright, he became the most wanted man in Spain as he got caught smuggling hash back from through Turkey. And it just goes on. This is actually Playa d'Embossa. Playa d'Embossa had nothing on it apart from a few palm trees up until about 1960. Then we introduced the hippies. And, you know, I can go on, but what I wanted to show you in this video is actually how much is in here. It's vast. It's extensive. You can see how much work's gone into it, you know. It's not just a comic book. It's a high-end coffee table book. Let's fast forward, see where we get to here. Oh, look, this is the opening of Pacha. I used to make big paellas on the beach. But yeah, it's there's a lot going on here. A lot. This is Jeanne. She created the tanga. Believe it or not, the tanga is an Ibiza invention. This is Juan Suarez. He's a journalist, was ex-director of Diario, or ex-director, I can't remember. But anyway, he used to be an awesome DJ in Playboy 2. Many costumes. He recounted many different stories to me. So yeah, it's a bit glorious. I mean, I can go on and just, you know, you can see for yourself. So if you love Ibiza, if Ibiza holds a special place in your heart, this is all about amnesia, the opening of amnesia, then you're going to love this book. I don't know if you've even got Mr. Nice in there. I always forget this guy's name. What's his name again? Timothy Leary, of course. This is an original invitation for Amnesia by Yves Uro. So yeah, if you like Ibiza, go and check out the comic book. Available on Amazon. Links in the bio. Available in English and Spanish. Love to know what you think. Please do leave a review. And yeah, thank you for listening.